Y'all really let the guy that does all this talking get his own podcast? Get it together, man. Yo, what's up, everybody? Hope you had a great, wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope that you ate a lot of delicious food. I hope that there were great vibes around that table, family, friends, coworkers, whatever it is. And even if you unfortunately spent the holiday alone, I hope that you sat with yourself and that you were comfortable sitting with yourself and you did find some type of joy and being grateful just to see it another year, man. I myself, we had a lot of food. Me and my wife cooked a lot of food. We had a good little crowd that showed up to the house. So shouts out to everybody that showed up to the house. It was good vibes, good laughs, and good food. And I was thankful for that, man. Thankful for the food. Thankful for the people and the good vibes and positive energy that I was surrounded by, man. I feel like we are all going through that post Thanksgiving drag. Like, I think we are all just trying to get back into the groove of work and the gym and everything that we had going on that we kind of put on pause for Thanksgiving and for that family time and that away time from our busy schedules. Man, it's hard. It's hard to jump back in to what you were doing previously prior to the Thanksgiving, man. It is so hard. Um, it's because we have so much momentum, and then it kind of comes to a halt, and then we could be on we could have a very hectic work schedule and workout schedule, and a lot of us have had certain diets and foods that we weren't eating the entire year until Thanksgiving. So, with that being said, now we got to go back into our routines and we got to try to find that motivation and find that sense of urgency, because we only have 4 more weeks until the new year. That is crazy. 4 more weeks until the new year, and we will be on the brink of 2024. Well, we already are on the brink of 2024, excuse me. So we will be stepping into the new year in 4 weeks. And that's crazy to think about. So now that we have gotten Thanksgiving out of the way and we've ate those quote unquote low vibrational foods, now it's time to get back into it. We got to get back into it, man. 4 more weeks. We got Christmas coming up around the corner, of course, and we gotta prepare to be the Santa Claus, and we gotta go out there for our families and our kids, and even ourselves, and we gotta spend this money. But it's not about the money. It's about the joy of giving and the satisfaction on in our hearts, seeing the joy of the people that we care about when they open these gifts, things that they may have asked for, may have not asked for, maybe a surprise, whatever the case is. But for ourselves, a gift that we don't have to wrap up is our health. We don't have to wrap or unwrap that. We don't have to go out and buy our health. We can go out and continue to push the envelope as far as our health, as far as our mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional health, and our financial health. We gotta remember to take care of ourselves in this season, and because this is a season of people being in a rush and there's traffic everywhere, and every retail store is jam packed with people, and you get different attitudes. You get people that are with the Christmas spirit, and you get people that are not in the spirit, and they're very ugly. And by ugly, I mean internally. So it's a lot we gotta deal with. But let's try let's try to focus on ourselves and focus on continuing and going at that pace. Now, I feel like we should have a sense of urgency, in a sense, being that, the year is almost up, and, some of us, a lot of us probably, are still chasing some things that we placed on this list, to get done this year. So, we still got time, whatever it is. And just remember, if you don't 100% grasp whatever it is that you are that you set out to do this year, just remember that, whatever you have done, whether it's completed or not, continue to carry that momentum and continue to press forward so that you can carry the momentum into the next year. I talked about that on a previous episode, about carrying that momentum into 2024. But as far as like Thanksgiving and stuff like that, and putting that pause on our engagements, remember why you started, because it's going to be hard trying to get that focus back. So remember how you started. A lot of people can't just hit the ground back running and continue to go as they were going before the break. So we have to remember why we started. I myself, every now and then I take pictures of my after my workouts or just at home of my progress. I can keep track of my progress, so I can have something to look back on and motivate me if I fall into a slump, because it happens. And or in this case, with us having a break, and we, just taking that break, stepping away from what we were doing. You're gonna want something that's gonna give you that competitive flow, and that's very, very, very important that we do those things. I was struggling over the weekend mentally, trying to get back that tenacity that I had before Thanksgiving, because I was in a great flow. And I was hitting the gym 5 days a week. So I haven't been to the gym since the day before Thanksgiving. And so, I got to get back to it. And I'm going to get back to it this week. And I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, nor will I be too hard on myself. Why? Because, things happen. Sometimes our body needs a break and we don't listen to our bodies. And, that can trigger health problems, and, even mentally. And, it can spread into different relationships and other things that we are doing currently. So, it is important to allow yourself to take a break. Mentally you may want to be back, or physically you may want to be back, but mentally it's not working. Or if you want to be back mentally and physically, your body's just not in that go mode. It's still rested, it's still relaxed, and you are still just in chill mode. So this is for everybody that's just like, man, I still got Thanksgiving food in my fridge. Well, it's time to throw it out. It's time to throw it out. It's time to get back into the lab, the kitchen, and and start going back and cooking healthy meals. And I'm pretty sure, if you were drinking, whatever alcohol or juices, teas, sweet teas, it's time to get back on that water. It's time to get back on those fruits and those veggies. And it's time to hit that gym and, get back to it, because, your future is depending on you. And, what happens in the future, where you end up in the future, it all depends on what you're doing right now. And it's easier when you are in the flow of things. It is easier to continue to keep going because you are already in it. You feel great. You are moving. You are out. You are about. And it's just a wonderful feeling. But, the true challenge is when you are not in that flow, when you are kind of disengaged because other things around you are happening or things are preventing you from continuing to move in that direction that you were pushing for. So, it's much harder to regain what you had. So this is the challenge for myself. This is the challenge for a lot of you out there. The importance of getting back into that alignment that you were once on. So if you need to look at, if you do record yourself working out or take pictures of your post workouts, if you listen to motivational speeches, or you read books, whatever it is, get back into it. You don't want to lose. First of all, you don't want to lose your gains, whether it's physical or mental. You don't want to lose your gains. You don't want to lose what you have been working so hard for all year, and the things, not even counting the things that you have been through that stressed you out this year and that has weighed a toll on you. The fact that you continue to move forward is a blessing, and it is a testament, or should I say testimony, that you will be able to use of you just not giving up and you persevering through everything. So with that being said, do what you need to do to get back up and get back going. The friends, the family, they will be there, but you have to do what's best for you and your health in this moment. And you need to do what's best for your life in this moment. And it feels good mentally just as well as it does physically and emotionally, knowing that you got through a time where you kind of needed to take a break. You kind of needed to step back. You needed to put your body, put your mind into relax mode instead of going into overdrive, which is so easy when we start feeling different in a positive way, when we start seeing results of the work that we've been putting in. It is very hard to lose ourselves in that transition, in that progressional period, because we all are continuing to progress if we continue to move forward on our journey. And like I said, it's easier to get lost and to neglect things such as your health, mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Don't let anything take you away from the importance of rest. Okay, so do not think that I'm saying that you don't need rest, and rest is not an important factor, because it definitely is. But you cannot get lackadaisical, you cannot get comfortable, and you cannot, just afford to relax and lay off the gas for too long, because before you know it, you will be playing catch up. And when you are playing catch up, the sense of urgency is different. It's no longer driven by motivation and the feeling and the sense of proudness that's overcome you from your growth. The sense of urgency is now coming from, I've lost, I regret. Now you're feeling insecure. Now you are talking and feeling down on yourself because you kind of let yourself go and you let things slip. So that sense of urgency is different, and now you aren't thinking clearly, and now you're not seeing the hurdles and the obstacles and the speed bumps that are prepared before you. because that's what's going to happen in life. You are blindsided by all of these things because you are so focused on looking ahead and trying to play catch up. You don't see that you're going to stumble here. You're not going to see that you're going to flip here. You're not going to see that this right here will possibly knock you down. You won't think or see clearly, and you will neglect these things. So when you are on that track on coming back and recovering, take your time and think logically, move strategically. Don't be hard on yourself, as I mentioned, and get back into that flow. Even if you have to ease your way back in and create that pace and work yourself up to that pace that you once were at. You know you can because you were once there. So that is not a factor. That is not something in the back of your mind that's telling you or making you ask the question, can I reach this level? You were already at that level. Now you can get back to that level slowly but surely, and you will build that momentum up. That momentum will carry you into 2024, and then you will reach a new level because you have grown. And you will look back on periods where you have elected to take a rest or your body forced you to take a rest. And you can look back and say, through those periods, I managed to get it back and I am better than ever. Hearing all of these things that I've just mentioned, it is easy to feel as if the pressure is on with me saying that there are a certain amount of weeks left in the new year. But that is not pressure. That is just letting you know this is a vital time for you. There is a time for you to continue to get things together and press forward. Don't neglect your friends and your families. Don't neglect the holiday season, but find your balance. Spend time with family. Realize that this upcoming holiday, Christmas, is about giving. It's not about receiving. You will receive what God has in store for you as long as you keep giving freely and fruitfully. What you will receive physically will be the rewards from you being in that gym, eating right, drinking right, doing what you need to do mentally and spiritually as far as reading, whether it's self-help books, motivational books, reading the Bible, and talking to God, and continuing to establish that connection with Him. You will be rewarded, and He's going to reward you for giving fruitfully and freely. Now, you may not have a lot of money in your bank account to gift everyone in your life that you feel that's important a gift for Christmas. You may not be in that financial status, but you do what you can. You do what you can, whether you are buying something or whether you are helping clean, whatever it is. Give from your heart. If you are giving from your wallet, that is great. That is amazing. Everybody is not able to do those things. So if you are able to do those things, then fantastic. But everything should be coming from the heart. Everything. And you will receive blessings in different forms. Whatever God has aligned for you, it will come to you in due time. So yes, spend time with your family and do these things, and also continue to work on yourself. Continue to wrap up whatever it is that's left of 2023. Do not look back and say, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. You know exactly where you have come, how far you've come this year. You know what you've been through. There's no need to look back because you cannot go back there and change anything. If you are going to look back and be proud of yourself. Look back and say, you know what? I've done some incredible things this year. I have been through some tumultuous, different things in life this year that were sent to break me, but I used them to mold me. And now I am better than I was when I started this year, and I will end this year better than I started this year. So when I enter 2024, I am going to enter the year better than I entered 2023. So whatever you are doing right now, get back up, dust yourself off, get back into it mentally, and carry whatever it is into 2024, whatever it is that you're doing. So just use yourself as motivation. Use your journey as motivation. Get in the lab, as I like to call the kitchen, the lab. Get into the lab, eat right, drink right, read right, and go out there and live your life the best way possible. We have 4 more weeks, or 5 weeks. I've been saying 4 weeks this whole time. 5 weeks. We have 5 more weeks until the new year. So let's make it count. We all suffer Thanksgiving blues. We all suffer these vacation blues. It's completely normal. And that's why I said do not be too hard on yourself. But what matters most is that we get back up and we press on and we continue. You got this. We got this. I'm going to head out. I'm done preaching to you guys for today. So, yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Pick yourself back up and let's go. 5 more weeks, y'all. We got it. We can do it. Look yourself in the mirror. Dig deep. You got it. God loves you. You love you. I love you. And I will holler at you guys later. Peace.